Okay, so it's all painted. The walls are, it's not complete, but it gives you a real good idea. These are the wall colors. That's the ceiling. You can see all the lights are up. There are 60 lights hanging up there. There are 6 fans, reversible fans. All of the lights are on dimmers. So we can, and this is pretty much throughout the whole building. We can dim lights, which is really cool. I'll show you when we get into the education, when we get into the game room or the youth center, and you guys can do that too. Show them how the lights go up and down. All the classrooms, all the offices have dimmers on the lights. Everything in the building is LED lighting. What you're seeing right now, you see that structure in the back above the AV booth? That's the AV booth. The neat thing is those stairs on both sides of the AV booth will continue up. That's future. These walls, back walls, all come out, and we can put in stadium seating, put another 500 seats back there, and those stairs are part of they're designed to be just to continue up into the stadium seating. So stadium seating is tiered, goes up. Another 450 to 500 seats can go up there. Those are temporary rooms that we built, but they're going to be useful to us while we have them until we expand, you know, and then we'll have more seating. So that's useful too. That wall right there is an LED wall. It's going to go up on that. Oh, look back there. You see that thing above the AVL booth? That's an LED wall. That's the confidence screen for the singers and for the you know, the stage, you know, platform people. That wall is going to be 31 feet by 10-foot LED wall. It's going to look like it's suspended in space because it takes up the whole wall. It starts 2 feet off the ground, but it takes up the whole wall. And then there's 2 large LED walls on the as side screens that are going to go up. We have all those. We got them direct from the factory in China. Andy Soto, our AVL guy, has looked at them and said he's blown away by the quality of what we got. He doesn't usually see them even that good. The quality is so good. So super, super great LED walls. We got them for a fraction of the cost you would buy. $55,000 instead of $250,000. So, and we're going to put them up ourselves. So that's that. And then all the lighting and AVL and speakers and everything are still yet to be hung. Seating is going in, 878 seats to start. It's getting installed in about 2 weeks. On the 28th, it's getting delivered of this month and getting installed for a 2-week period after that. Then all this will be seating in here, and then they'll do the carpet around all the seating. Just a few little tidbits. The stage will be, that front will be painted. There's going to be an LED light on the edge of that. You can see the baptistry now it's covered in plastic, but you can see what it's like. It's all, walk by that when we walk by, you're going to want to see that. It's all stone. It's going to have a nice, beautiful cap on top of the stone. You can actually see the tank. You're going to want to see that. That's pretty cool. So that, and you walk in from behind. Behind there is all the baptistry changing rooms and a restroom. That's the green room behind those walls over there. Those are 2 multi-use storage rooms or whatever we want to do with them. Entry from the lobby over there and there, the double entries. Entry from the side hallway there, and 2 entries from this side corridor over here. Every entry into the worship center has a sound and light lock. SLL, they call them, sound and light lock. So there's 2 sets of doors. So you open the first set of doors, you come in, those doors close, you open the second set of doors. It's got a dark black ceiling, so it keeps the light and sound from the lobby out in the lobby when you're coming in. You know, you don't open a set of doors and all the bright light comes in and then all the noise from everybody. So that's kind of a neat feature in the worship center here. Flat floor, a lot of people are still asking, you're standing on the floor. It's not a sloped floor in here. That's the stage height. Stage will be black, covered in a black LVT. The front of it will be black, and so that whole stage will be black. And anything else you guys can think of?
Yeah, there will be acoustic tiling all throughout this building and even in the ceiling. So you can tell it's very echoey right now, but that will be remedied with acoustic tiling throughout.
Yeah, big acoustic panels on this wall here, on that wall there, and on 2 of the back walls, large 4 by 8. There's 16 of them here, 16 there, 4 there and 4 there. So
because of your sacrificial giving, our chairs are going to be installed
The 28th. They're coming on the 28th of this month, and then it takes 2 weeks to install. So the floor here is going to be a sealed concrete under the seating, and that happens in like next week. They're going to have to clean this all out, and then they polish the floors and buff them and clean them, and then seal them. And then around all in the aisles and the altar, that'll all be carpet. So carpet tile.
It will look like the whole room is carpeted, but when you go into your seat, that's sealed concrete, and that helps with cleaning. So they don't have to vacuum under almost 1,000 chairs. They can actually clean easier.
We actually use electric leaf blowers. We stole this from another church. They put sealed concrete under the seating, and they use electric leaf blowers and blow everything to the front. All the Cheerios, all the Cheerios get blown up to the front, and then they just sweep up and vacuum the front. So.
And I think you had mentioned there's the 31-foot LED screen, and then there's two 12-foot LEDs up here. So it's a larger environment of worship, but it's still going to feel intimate because you're going to have cameras on the faces of the speakers, and you will be able to see in detail what's happening on the platform visually through the LED screen. So that will be good.
So over here you can peek in. This is our green room. That's where the staging for the platform is going to be, where everybody, singers and all the service leaders will be before service, going in and out. There's a bathroom in there, tables and chairs. There's a refrigerator, countertop, and all of our electric panels and all of our AVLs. So it's kind of a multi-use space. Okay, this is a sound light lock if you want to keep going here. But this whole area is a sound light lock. You see the dark ceiling that I was talking about? So you come in through here before you go into the worship center. So this is a big sound light lock right here before you go into this side entry. We can go to the left right there. Okay, so this is the community room. Just keep coming in a little bit. So this is the community room. We're going to let the neighbors use this for birthday parties, neighborhood meetings. The city's going to use it. We're going to let the police use it when they want to do reports. We're going to use it. It's going to be set up like a lunchroom with tables and chairs. You can see there's a restroom and there's a kitchen. There'll be a full-size refrigerator in here, a dishwasher, and a sink. So for cleanup. And this is I don't want you to go in there, but you can take a peek in there. That's the storehouse. That's where they're going to store all of their food, and then this is where they're going to set up. So this will become their space when they set up to distribute, and they'll distribute right out those doors. And that'll have a covered canopy out the doors, and it'll be a drive-through because there's an entry there and an exit over here. So it'll be drive-through for distribution of food. So it's really set up. They got a garage door for loading and unloading. That'll have all their refrigerators, storage areas, shelving units, everything for the food pantry. This is just an electric panel. Pretty cool, right? Pretty awesome. And then this will be tables and chairs, so it's always ready. You don't have to set it up. You can move the tables and chairs, bring the stuff out, do your set for and then distribute right out the doors. So, okay, if you guys want to keep coming. So this is a great space, and it's really a great way to connect with our neighbors and give back a little into the community, Okay, everybody. Okay, so this is the entrance to the admin. This is two-story admin. We're going to show you the whole thing here. This is the lobby, and this is the cafe right behind you. We'll go through and I'll kind of lay that out. But right there's the cafe. That door goes out to an outdoor patio, which will be all set up for you can take your cup of coffee and your Danish, and you can go up on the mezzanine, out on the patio, or sit in the lobby, or go by the fireplace, or whatever. So lots of places for us to rub shoulders. And I didn't wear my Together shirt, but I still believe in it. So, all right, come on in. Okay, so this first room is reception. There'll be a big reception desk, some waiting chairs. This room is the pastoral meeting room. It's where the pastors will come down to meet with people so they don't have to go up the stairs, you know, and they can come down. Their offices are upstairs. This is an admin office. And then this is pretty great in here. So let's kind of try to move it in as fast as we can. I don't mean to yell at you, but it's a big building. So we got a lot to look at, but we got plenty of time too. So this is the admin space. So look at the cabinetries all in. It's pretty great, huh? So this is where
Printers and stuff.
yeah, printers will be on that wall, printers, copiers. There's enough room for a table if you want in the center for collating and working. This is where Tiffany is going to have her desk. We have that other desk for additional staff in there. She was going to be in there and she decided, I think I would rather be in here too, yeah. So she decided to set up in here. So that's all going to be the paper and office supply stuff and then copiers.
She
And
was talking to us on Wednesday about the
yeah,
setup here.
so this is the admin space. There are 2 offices in this vestibule you can peek in as we go back that way. One of them will be Kathy's, our secretary treasurer, and then our finance director, Leanne, will be the other office. This is a little vestibule coming in. This will be the main door, like the office during the week will park out here, office staff, pastors. They can come in this door, go in here, go upstairs to their offices. That's going to be the main admin entrance. So if you want to peek in there, there's just 2 offices, one on each side, and then we'll go up these stairs over here. So first floor is all admin staff, and second floor is all pastoral staff. Yeah. Well, this is pretty neat. You know, I'm into architectural stuff. I don't know if you would have guessed that, but I'm into design. I actually have a degree in urban studies, environmental design, which is designing environments, right? So this is kind of one of those spaces. We toyed with the idea of having a totally open office, and that didn't fly. They wanted some offices. But then we toyed with the idea of just having conventional, just hallway and offices. That didn't fly. So we merged the 2. And so we have this great open office right here. Collaborative workspace, we call it. It's going to have couches and tables and chairs, and it's got a kitchen in it where they can collaborate and work together and hang out. But then we have the offices surrounding it on all the windows and all the way around the perimeter. So Dustin's office, Troy's office, Seth's office, Chris's office, Blake's office, Craig's office, Mindy's office, Heather Soto's office, and Pastor Soto's down the hallway. So we'll take you for a tour. So this is open. Those ceilings you'll see have drop ceilings. Those have black drop ceilings, which is pretty sharp in there with the black ceilings in here. And then the inner ones have white ceilings. Pastor's office. Pretty sweet. Corner with the 2 big windows. I got a really cool thing to share with you. Come in here. The next room over on our plans, it says unfinished storage. It's because we were cost saving, right? We did a lot of value engineering and we didn't want to finish the whole space. We wanted to make it future office, like when we add pastor staff, we could have a place, we could put an open office, like with desks and cubicles or whatever. And so we just left it unfinished for later. And then we're going to use it unfinished for our video production area. And then, well, the drywall was part of the plan, so it was drywall, and the electric was part of the plan, so it had electric, and the ceiling was part of the plan. It was, or the lights were part of the plan. So I looked at it, and all that was left, and we painted it. So all that was left was the floor and painting the ceiling, and then it's done, right? Completely done. So we changed our luxury vinyl tile color, and we had a bunch left over. So we got a price from H.J. Martin to lay it in 5 rooms in the building that were just sealed concrete, and it was $2,200 to lay it all, 5 rooms. So I'm like, absolutely. But then we got a credit because it was sealed concrete. We got an $850 credit for not sealing the concrete. So it was like $1,500 for 5 rooms to lay. And we had the material. We had nothing to do with it. So then all that left was the ceiling. All was left ceiling. So I said to the painters, let's just paint the ceiling too. That was $950. So basically for about $1,500, that room is completely done. So when you go in that room now, you can see we had an unfinished to save money, and for a little bit of extra, we ended up with a completely finished room. They'll be hanging the lights in here. This room, it's got outlets around it. The floors, this is the flooring that we didn't use in the other places, and That's roof access, but basically it's completely done, completely 100% done. Go into the open office again. To the right is a restroom for the office people. And there's one in the hallway on the other side we won't see, but there's one for the second floor mezzanine. And then there's Mindy's office there. So it's a hallway that goes, there's the staircase that goes down, a fire-rated staircase that goes down.
Lots of stuff going on here, man.
I know. It's mind-blowing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This hallway, if you look, just goes to a staircase. This is where that mystery door comes out. There's a staircase goes down. That's a storage room. This is going to be our, this room right here is just a mechanical room, but we put some power in there so they can use it as our security room. We have cameras all over, and then that's where, you know, you see in the movies where the guy sits in the basement and with all the video screens, you know, and then they see everything. That's what that room is going to be right there. So this is great. We're getting, the handrails are coming yet. It's all glass. This is all glass rail system, and it's got like black handrails with an all glass rail system on the stairs and up here. So when you're sitting up here, you'll be sitting, you can still see out all the windows. This staircase right here takes you right down to the cafe. So this is, and then you'll see this mezzanine is kind of broken into 3 sections. We're going to have a TV in each section. They'll be streaming the service. So somebody has a fussy kid or something like that, they can come up here. Somebody just not comfortable being in the service can come up here. We've got cafe seating, tables and chairs. The middle section will be comfortable seating, chairs, like soft chairs and coffee tables and stuff like that. And then the next section will be cafe seating. So we've got 3. You could actually, we kind of figured you could have a wedding reception up here, a small wedding reception, because you probably put 100 people up here, set it up with tables. How beautiful is that, right? So if any of you are getting married soon, I don't know if anyone is, it's black handrails, black rails, and then glass is, instead of like a mesh or something, it's a glass.
So our kids are safe and they can all...
Yeah, they're totally safe, and they'll be putting fingerprints on it probably. But okay, let's keep going this way. This is an IT room. This is just a small room for our IT. So this is the middle section of the mezzanine. Again, it'll have soft, comfortable chairs, a TV on the wall, some comfortable seating in here. And look at what you can just look out all of this is the coolest thing, the whole front. That's all glass, including the entryway. Has glass on the front and glass behind it, so you can see through the entryway. We just set where we have these really cool hanging LED lights that are going to hang above by the fireplace, and in the vestibule there's 3 of them that hang right in those glass there that we can light up. We've got power. You see the power on the walls right there? We can put Christmas lights, Christmas trees up here. We can put Christmas lights across the rails, right? We can make this lobby incredible for the seasons, right? This is the next section of mezzanine. Again, we can use these. These can be rooms. They can be used like rooms. You want to have a Bible study, you want to have a fellowship, you want to do something. We actually made the tables so you can push them all together and put the chairs all around them. And, you know, so we can use these for, you know, hanging out, for fellowship, for life groups, you know, like what a great space, right? You could set up, that elevator's right around the corner there. It goes right down by the kitchen, so food can come up here. You can set up here food and have a thing. This is a bathroom for the second floor, this first little room. And the second room, there's no light in there, so I can't show you, but it's the production control room for our live stream where Jonathan does the camera control stuff. That's what that is. And that room right there is the storage room. Access to the roof and just a great big huge storage room. And there's one down the other hall on the other side. And this right around the corner is the elevator. Takes you downstairs to the first floor. So now I'm going to take you out here on the youth center mezzanine. Okay. All right, and here the rail system is going to be a wire mesh, like square wire mesh rail system, black. Same company, just the lobby is going to be glass, the staircases, and the admin stairs is all glass. This and the kids are going to have the wire mesh system. You can see, but you'll be able to see right over. They're working on right now they're working on all the speakers and lights and stage, and there's going to be great big TVs that are going to make like an LED wall up there. And then this is just going to be comfortable seating, maybe a pool table or foosball or whatever for the youth to hang out. So, so that's pretty great. And I'll show you something. If you look at the lights, this is what I'm saying. Every room, we can dim the lights if we want. We can turn them off. We can bring them up. So, and we actually have this room divided into 3. So the mezzanine lights are separate. The back half is separate from the front half, so they can turn off when they're using the stage. They can turn off the front half and then just have the back half where the seating is, and they can dim it. So really cool stuff, right? Okay, now I'm going to take you around the corner. These 2 rooms are adult classrooms, or for our life groups, for our firm foundations, PI, anything we want to use them for. The first one is a theater training room. It's going to have a great big projection screen. We can do Friday night movie nights in there. We can, you guys can use that for whatever you want. We can also lock those rooms down from up here and use them for our kids ministry so that they're secure into the kids ministry. So what I'm going to have you do is go right into that room, straight across the hall, straight in, and then there's a door going into the next room. You can walk right through into the next room. So this is the large room. You can see cabinetry. You can barely see it, but there's cabinetry in the back. There's a sink back there. That's so you can lay out when you're having a meetings in here or a life group, you can lay all your food on that back table there and have your groups in here. That room right there is table and chair storage. So we can move in and out our tables and chairs. The projection screen is going to be right here. Large projector that's going to project onto here. And in here we'll have a TV on the back wall. So I'm going to give you guys, as soon as you get in, an interesting thing, because from a design standpoint, again, I like to look at a building from a usage, design, function standpoint, right? We have 2, it only looks like we have 2 rooms, right? Like we have for adult classrooms, which seems like a lot, not a lot, right? Just a big one there and a big one here. But technically, we have that room, this room. We have the 3 sections of the mezzanine, which are definitely going to get used for a lot, right? More open, but still, like separate rooms. We have the community room, which we can use. We have the hospitality room, which we can use downstairs. And then we have the lobby that we can break into sections. So really, there are all kinds of options for having meetings or groups or doing activities or whatever. But then we also have these 2 more conventional, rooms to use too. So pretty neat. Across the hall, we're going to go to the right, but if you want to poke in, that's the boardroom or conference room, but it's also going to be multi-purposed as a classroom. But we're going to have a conference table in there. There's a refrigerator, cabinetry, trash, all that stuff for. And you're entering the kids' worship. So you see how this works? We can lock those doors, and then the kids can come up this way, and then these become kids' rooms up here. Or we can lock this door, and then these are adult rooms, and the kids is secure. So, last set of stairs for you.
This is terrifying.
You're going to want to be to the left, though, where the handrail is. Yeah, you want a handrail. Yep. Stay to the left. All right, everybody. So this is the kids' worship. That's going to be the stage over there. There'll be a screen behind it, a projection screen. This will have seating for 158 kids, different size and different colored chairs in here. So it's all seating. There's an AVL booth in the back. There'll be lights on the stage, speakers. It's going to be a full-out worship center for the kids. All right, so we're going to take the loop and end up in the youth center. So let's go in the lobby. So let's go down this way, out this door, and then to the left. And then I want you guys to go ahead and do a self-guided on this stuff. You can go to the left And then you can come to the right and go in those classrooms if you want to just take a look around. This is all the kids' classrooms. So you're kind of on your own here. You can walk through the classrooms a little bit, look around.
Sam, when did all this lighting go in?
They turned it on this week. It's been going in for the last 3 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
But they fired it up. We just got power like a week ago.
Okay.
And then this wing went live.
Okay. For one strip, they're pretty bright.
Yeah, they're bright.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's kind of a neat thing. We didn't want I don't know why that one doesn't go that. I suppose it's got to go one hallway one way. And yeah, if you guys want to, the Packers, the Packer colors. I don't know how that worked out. I don't know if they did that on purpose or what, but nobody talked about doing that.
Yeah, they're here. And then
Yeah. All right, so all the classrooms have a sink, a bathroom, and they share a bathroom between two of them. And then they have the cabinetry is identical in all of them, except 2 rooms have a refrigerator in them. The infant room and the small room right there have an under cabinet fridge. Otherwise, you can see all the lights are dimmable in all of them. Like I said, they're all hanging lights in there. We can go this way. If you want to cut through these rooms, we can cut through right here and through the bathroom. You can see the bathroom then. Yeah, and with Dutch doors.
Convenient, yeah.
The Dutch doors, and so we can lock them, the top from the outside.
Yep.
So if there's a kid with a problem, they can always open and check on them, you know. Can you hit the lights in here, Seth?
Now this one have access outside?
Yeah, so that goes outside. And all of the perimeter ones go out, have a door going outside so we can do daycare. You have to have a outdoor access, or within so many feet, you have to have 2 ways out to do daycare. So it's designed for a daycare. Yeah. And that's where we're going to put a playground, right out these doors. There's going to be a full for kids, you know, like swings and climbing and slides, and we're putting a park right out the back door here. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, you guys want to hear something? We just had a donation to cover the costs of the playground equipment, so that will be going in. So that wasn't it wasn't budgeted in the project, but we had a donation cover the entire cost, and we're going to have it installed, so we're not going to have to do it ourselves. So by October or something, once the lawn's in back there, we're going to have the playground put in back there. So, yeah.
I know that. That's amazing.
And the next room you're going to see is the special needs room. It's the next room over. As you're walking by, we had a donation to get all of the seating and everything we need for the special needs room too. So special needs room is just a room for sensory overload kids, you know. We can dim the lights in here, and then, you know, they'll have comfortable seating and quiet things to do and music in the background and all of that. So it's pretty neat, you know. It's just a great space for kids that get a little bit too overstimulated. They can come in here.
there's an also.
Yeah, me at times. Yeah, so here, this is cool. We're going to get everybody in here. This is a great area here. Rumpus room, but it's been renamed the Littles Lounge. And this is going to, you see all this stuff? This is a full-size, floor-to-ceiling, this whole side, from where I am to there, one of those big play, climbing, slide, you know, full-size, full donation covered this entire thing. And then this half, over this half of the room, has got all kinds of other play equipment and tables and chairs and bouncing things and jumping things on the wall to do. So this is the Littles Lounge. It's an activity center for our littles, for, you know, like probably 2 to 5-year-olds or whatever it is. I don't know the age group, but so that's the kids check-in right off the lobby. So all this glass, and then right across here is couches, and that door opens in the corner, so we can open this up during the week where parents can come, get a cup of coffee, socialize, and put their kids in here too. So this can be open. This is for our kids' activities, but it's also for we're going to use it for our neighbors, for our families during the week. So it's a great space to keep your kids.
Super cool.
Isn't it great? All right, stay in here, but come on into this space here. Well, this room is not live yet. So, okay, come on in here. So this is the kids check-in. This is where you'll check your kids into, you know, there's a man desk and then a self-check-in desk here where you can check in, get your tags, you know. And then that right there through this glass, that's the game room. That's going to be just filled with activities, everything from skee ball to basketball to video game systems on the walls and arcade systems and all kinds. It's going to be like a Chuck E. Cheese situation in there. And so that's for the older kids, and it's for our youth, and it's for our young adults, and it's for our guardians, and it's going to be for our neighbors. So it's just an activity center. There'll be some, you know, maybe ping pong and, you know, like all kinds of activity stuff in that room that we can use, and it'll also be before service, after service, and then during the week we can open that up too. So I consider this one of the top areas in the room, because can you think about this? Can you imagine somebody comes in the front door, they look through here, they see the Littles Lounge and the game room, and they see everything and they say, I got to tell my neighbor she'd love to bring her kids here to church. Or a grandma says, I got to tell my daughter, you know, this is going to be appealing to families, to the neighbors, to, you know, and that's what we want, more people just to come, right? So that's why we're doing this. Okay, this is the youth center from below. It'll have seating for 120 people. It's the youth chapel now is what we're calling it. Seating for 120, that'll be the stage, drum set, stage. You can see where the lights and sound are going to go up there. And then the platform will be up there. AVL booth over here. So this we're going to use this for small weddings, up to 140 people, funerals, for conferences, we can set it up with tables and chairs and have it for fellowship. Just a lot of uses. Back there is going to be cafe seating. And you see the cafe, there'll be seating around the counter and cafe seating. And then that's got a full cafe in there where, I mean, we even got it set up. We could get a full-size espresso maker in there. There's power and drains for that, Seth, just so you know, down the road. When you come up with that $2,000 one, then give me a call. Yeah. But otherwise, we'll have a little coffee maker in there and stuff. And so, so this is the youth, and then the you know, mainly youth chapel. And they can open, this is an overhead door, all glass panels. They can open, and then they can use the game room section. They can make it like Friday night, youth night. They open up the game room. They have this space and that space. We can open up the same. We got two sets of doors. You see those over there on the kids? We can open up those into the game room so the kids can go into the game room and then go right into their worship center from there. So kind of a neat space. And then that, having the game room in the middle, separates the noise of the youth center from the noise of the kids' worship center, right? So they both can be rocking at the same time. So, okay, you can go right out the entry door, and this is my favorite view, is right underneath there with the staircase and the cafe and looking into the youth center. I think architecturally it's super cool. All right, if you guys want to see the kitchen, the cabinetry is going in the kitchen here. We can show you that. Yeah. Well, I'll wait till everyone gets in here and kind of explain what we all got going here. Okay, just to give you the lay of the land here, I think some of the people, men and women alike, will appreciate this. Under the back side of this counter, that's for rolling carts. So we can bring stuff out to the cafe or out to, you know, to food service, right? We can store. What's that? To people. To people, yeah. Food for people, right? And then two sinks, a dishwasher, an ice maker, goes right under here. A stove, a commercial fridge, double door commercial fridge right there. A stove, just an electric range, like a home range, because this is a warming kitchen. We can't, not supposed to be doing food prep in here, but we can warm food, and we're gonna have, we also ordered, they go right here, double convection ovens, those commercial convection ovens with 10 racks. So like we can do pizzas, that's totally fine. You can bring in racks of food, wings and chicken and whatever, and put them in there, and 10 minutes, heat them up, and so we can do a lot of food warming, I guess is the right way to put it. But this will cook 10 pizzas in 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you can pump out another 10 pizzas, so you can, so we have a freezer and a pantry around the corner here. And microwaves over there. Cabinetry goes on that wall too. So nice size, spacious kitchen, 2 sinks, and pretty neat in here. Okay, this is the elevator right here to take you to the 2nd floor. This is a family restroom. You can see changing table and family restroom. And then this is the mother's room for nursing mothers. The next room, if you want to keep going here, there'll be comfortable seating. They have their own bathroom. They'll have a little countertop and a refrigerator in there. And the service will be playing on a TV. And it's right outside the entrance to the worship center. So if they need to come out, what's that? Mother's room, nursing mother's room right here. And then the rest of this is that's an IT mechanical room, and then that's a trash room, the next one down. And then there's a big storage room, which is our mechanical room with, I'm not going to take you in there, but the sprinklers, the water heaters, all that kind of stuff in that back room back there. But we can go right out here, and then we're going to go back out into the lobby. Okay, that's the AVL booth. If you guys want to take a peek up there, go ahead, walk up there. But that's where they're going to control all the sound and lights and the projection stuff from up there. And the cameras will be up there. Nope, it's just like that. What you see is what you get. Yep, those are, and they got to pour concrete on there, yeah, but those are 2 elevated platforms for cameras on each side. All right, if we go right out into the lobby, I'll meet you all in the lobby, either door. You can go out that way or this way. This is our hospitality suite. You know how Pastor every single service says afterwards, please meet us. And this is where they're going to do that, cookies and stuff. This is 2 glass paneled overhead doors. So the neat thing about this is you see these big openings? We can open those glass garage doors, open them up, those overhead doors, and then we can use that as part of the lobby during the week, or we can have food service set up in there and put tables in there. And then we can close it and use it as a separate meeting room and then as a hospitality room.